Hi, my name is Manohar. I am chemistry faculty. Today I am going to explain one of the lessons in chemistry, that is chemical kinetics. So, what is the importance of chemical kinetics in case of chemistry? Chemical kinetics, by using this chemical kinetics, we can predict time of a reaction. At what time reaction will be completed and at what time how much percentage of reactants are converted to product. That all things we can predict by using chemical kinetics. This chemical kinetics chapter completely deals with the rate of a reaction, right? So this rate, by using this rate, chemical reactions are classified into three types: very fast reaction, very slow reaction, and moderate reaction. So very fast reaction means these reactions will be completed within fraction of seconds. So these reactions will be completed. Very slow reactions mean these reactions will be completed in 2 days or 4 days, or sometimes it will take 2 years also. Moderate reactions means these reactions will completed in optimum time, so 2 hours or 3 hours, like that it will take. So now I am going to give example for very fast reaction. So all ionic reactions are come under very fast reactions. For example, I am taking NaCl and AgNO3. Reaction with the NaCl and AgNO3, it will form AgCl and NaNO3. AgCl is a precipitate here, it will settle down. So one more example I am taking BaCl2, barium chloride. When it react with sulfuric acid, so then it leads to the formation of barium sulfate and HCl. This is also one of the best example for the very fast reaction. These two reactions are ionic reactions. Here there is no electron transfer from here to here, so these are come under ionic reactions only. These are very fast reactions. Very fast reactions will be completed in fraction of seconds or in second time, fraction of seconds we can say. Now let me explain very slow reaction. Very slow reactions means they will be completed in 2 days or 3 days. So more maximum time it will take to complete the reaction. Example for very slow reaction is rusting of iron. We can take rusting of iron. So then after moderate reactions. Example for this moderate reactions, I am going to explain these moderate reactions with decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide. Nitrogen pentoxide will decompose to form 2NO2 plus half O2, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. So decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide will decompose and it will form H2O plus half O2. These are the examples for the different types of reactions which is classified based on the rate. So these are the examples for the reactions. Rate. So what is the definition? So rate we can explain like this. Rate is nothing but change in concentration in term with respect to time. So when you are going to explain a chemical reaction, rate of a chemical reaction, then we can explain like this. Chemical, I am taking one hypothetical equation, reactants gives products. So in this hypothetical chemical equation, R represents reactants, P represents what? Product. So when I am going to explain rate with respect to reactants, then we have to explain like this. Change in the concentration of reactant with respect to what? Time. So when reaction is going on, reactant concentration will be decreases. So that's why rate we can represent like this. Decreasing in the concentration of the reactant with respect to time is nothing but expression of rate in terms of reactants. Now we are going to express the rate with respect to products, then increasing the concentration of the product with respect to time. So this is expression of a rate for a hypothetical equation. So means what I mean to say is that when we are going to express rate with respect to reactants, decreasing we have to use. If not, simply we can write like this: minus delta R by delta T. Change in concentration of reactant with respect to delta T. Here negative sign indicates decreasing of reactant concentration. So when we are going to express the rate with respect to products, then change in concentration of the product with respect to what? Time. So this is the rate with respect to product. Units of a rate. How to express units of a rate? So far we have discussed the definition of rate. Rate is nothing but change in concentration of reactant with respect to time. So concentration we can express moles per liter, and time we can express second, minute, hours, whatever it may be. So write moles and liter to the power of -1 and second to the power of -1. These are the units of water rate. So now I am taking one hypothetical chemical equation, that is reactants are going to form products. This is one hypothetical chemical equation. So here I am going to express rate in terms of products. So that is reactant. An hypothetical chemical equation, reactants are going to form products. So here we are expressing rate like this. So dr by delta R by delta T means change in concentration of reactant with respect to time, and dr by dt. So when we are expressing rate in terms of reactants, then we have to use negative symbol. Here what is the difference between this delta and this small d? So this delta we can represent large difference is there. Difference is large, then we can use the word delta. If the difference is very small, then we can use the word d. So delta and d will give same meaning, is nothing but change in concentration of reactant and change in concentration of the reactant. If the change is maximum or large, we can use delta. If the change is very small, we can use the word here d. So that is the difference here. So and now I am going to explain this with respect to graph. So here I am taking concentration of the reactants here and with respect to time. When time is going on, high concentration will be there. Then when time is going on, concentration of reactant will be decreases. So when I am taking products, product concentration will be 0. When time is going on, product concentration will be increase. So this is concentration of product, concentration of product. Here this indicates what? Concentration of reactants here. So when time is going on, concentration reactant will be decrease. When time is going on, concentration of product will be increase. Here in some textbooks they given two rates will be two types like this, that is instantaneous reaction, instantaneous rate and average rate. Instantaneous rate and average rate. Instantaneous rate means when we are calculating rate back to back, means less time intervals, then we call it as what? Instantaneous rate. So in case of instantaneous rate, delta t approaches to 0. When delta t approaches to 0, that means we can represent like this, minus dr by concentration of change in concentration of the reactant with respect to time, where delta t approaches to 0, then it will be equal to what? Minus dr by what? dt. What does it mean here? You see, delta t approaches to 0 means time gap will be very less. When time gap is very less, is nothing but what? We are calculating rate back to back. So 10 seconds and 10.1 second. So the difference will come what? 0.1 is almost is equal to 0. So that's why when delta t approaches to 0 means time gap is very less. When time gap is very less, then change in concentration also very less. What I told you just now, when difference is very less or very small, then we can represent with what? D. So that's why when time gap is very less and concentration, change in concentration also very less, then delta R by delta T will become what? Minus dr by dt. So that's why here when we are representing rate in terms of dr by dt, we call it as what? Instantaneous rate. Is nothing but we are calculating rate here back to back. When we are calculating rate in terms of delta, by using delta we call it as what? Average rate. Means we are calculating at 10 seconds and 15 seconds. So means we are giving maximum time intervals. When we are calculating rate in maximum time intervals, we call it as what? Delta R by delta T. When we are calculating back to back, we call it as what? Instantaneous rate. Now expression of rate in different terms, expression of rate. So just now we discussed rate is nothing but change in concentration of reactant with respect to time, right? So this is in terms of what? Concentration, in terms of concentration. But we know that concentration is nothing but what? Number of moles present in given volume. So instead of concentration, I am going to write moles by volume. So then rate is equal to, so minus D. So N by V, where the concentration of reactant is nothing but N by V with respect to dt. If volume is fixed, then 1 by V into minus dN by dt. Here the rate in terms of what? In terms of moles. Rate in terms of moles. Now I am going to express rate in terms of weight. We know that mole is nothing but what? Weight by gram molecular weight. So instead of number of moles, I am going to write weight by gram molecular weight. then rate is equal to minus d. So instead of weight by gram molecular weight, so with respect to dt. Here v is there, so that I have to represent as it is 1 by v. So here gram molecular weight is constant, so that's why, so 1 by v into m is nothing but gram molecular weight, into what, dw by dt. Here rate in terms of what, weight, rate in terms of weight here. So you see here rate I expressed in terms of concentration, this is rate in terms of moles, so this is rate in terms of what, weight. Now I am going to express rate in terms of what, pressure. In terms of pressure, how can we express rate in terms of pressure? So here fourth, rate in terms of pressure. We know that PV is equal to what, nRT. PV is equal to nRT. So P is equal to what, N by V into RT. So N by V into RT. So simply N by V is nothing but what, P by RT we can take, right? So rate is nothing but change in concentration of reactant with respect to time. So concentration is nothing but N by V. So instead of N by V we can take what, P by RT. So dP by dt, minus 1 by RT into what, dP by dt. So this is in terms of what, pressure. Where we have to express rate in terms of pressure means if the reaction, in a reaction, reactants and products are present in gaseous state, then we can express in terms of what, pressure. Why? Because gases concentration can be measured in pressure. So units of this reaction it will come like this: atmosphere, pressure units are atmosphere, and time units are what, second to the power of minus 1. Atmosphere and second to the power of minus 1. Time units second only, but 1 by second it will come, so that it is second to the power of minus 1. This is variation of rates. Then how to express rate for different types of chemical equations, right? For example, N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to NH3 is there. How to express rate for this type of reactions? So there are different methods are there. I will give one simple trick how to express rate. Here we call these as what, stoichiometric equations. So rate we can express like this: change in concentration of reactant with respect to time. So this is rate in terms of what, nitrogen. So now I am going to express rate with respect to hydrogen. Then here stoichiometric coefficient 3 is there, no? Then in expression of rate you can take like this: minus 1 by 3 change in concentration of hydrogen with respect to what, time. So then I am going to express rate with respect to ammonia. Then I have to take what, 1 by 2 into change in concentration of ammonia with respect to what, time. So here you see, when I am expressing rate with respect to reactants, I use symbol negative sign. So when I express rate in terms of product, then no need of negative sign. Why? Because when we are expressing rate with respect to product, then positive sign will come. When we are expressing rate with respect to reactants, then negative sign will come. One more equation is there: 2SO2 plus O2 gives rise to SO3 is there, right? So how to express rate for this one with respect to sulfur dioxide? Minus 1 by 2 into change in concentration of sulfur dioxide with respect to time, and change in concentration of oxygen with respect to time, and here change in concentration of sulfur trioxide with respect to time. And we can express like this also. Here rate we can express like this: disappearance of sulfur dioxide with respect to time, or consumption of sulfur dioxide with respect to time. Here formation of appearance of sulfur dioxide with respect to time, or formation of sulfur trioxide with respect to time. These are the different types of methods are there to express rate. So you have to remember one thing: when stoichiometric equation will come, that should be represented by what, downside. In the denominator we have to represent whatever the stoichiometric coefficient is there, that you have to represent in denominator. So for generalization I am giving one equation. So Na plus Mb will react together and they will form BC and CD it will form, right? So here how to express rate for this equation? So rate with respect to reactants, minus 1 by n into change in concentration of reactant with respect to time. So is equal to change in concentration of reactant with respect to what, dt. So like this we have to express. In case of product, So 1 by B into change in concentration of C by dt. So with respect to this one, 1 by C into change in concentration of D with respect to what? Time. So this is the generalization for expression of rate for any chemical equation, right? So I am going to give one small problem based on this. You see once. So I am going to explain by using one problem, rate, how to solve rate related problems. So one question is there here. For a reaction A plus 2B gives C, rate of consumption of A is 0.5 moles second to the power of minus 1. Calculate rate of consumption of B and rate of formation of C and rate of a reaction. They are given what? Rate of consumption of A, means A is decreasing here. Why? Because it is reactant, and this also consumes this also decreasing, and appearance word we have to use for C only. First you take this chemical equation here. So they given like this, A plus 2B gives what? C they given. So when we are writing rate for this equation, change in concentration of reactant with respect to T, rate is equal to here 1 by 2 into what? Change in concentration of B with respect to what? dt. So is equal to what? Appearance of C, change in dC by what? dt. Change in concentration of C with respect to dt. Here also negative sign will come because it is also reactant. According to question, what they given A is, means consumption of A is what? 0.5 mole second to the power of minus 1. What they are expecting from you? Calculate rate of consumption of B, means you need to calculate rate of consumption of B, means this value you have to calculate, this value they given. This both are equal, so that's why you take here. So instead of consumption of dA by dt is nothing but what? 0.5. So that 0.5 is equal to minus 1 by 2 into what? dB by dt. So simply we can write multiplying with 2 with 0.5, it will come 1. So the change in concentration of dB by dt, change in concentration of B is equal to what? 1 mole second to the power of minus 1 it will come. So then again what he is asking, rate of consumption of B is completed and rate of formation of C they are asking. Then you equate these two. Rate of dA by dt is equal to dC by dt minus dA by dt is equal to what? dC by dt. Here rate of consumption of A is 0.5, then this value also equal. Why? Because there is no stoichiometric coefficient. So dA by dt value they given 0.5. So then dC by dt is equal to what? 0.5 m second to the power of minus 1. Then rate also same. Why? Because rate is equal to what? Minus dA by dt. So dA by dt value is 0.5. So that rate is equal to what? 0.5 mole second to the power of minus 1. So all questions, 3 questions are there here. A consumption is 0.5. Calculate rate of consumption of B. Rate of consumption of B is 1 mole second to the power of minus 1. Rate of consumption of B is equal to, rate of consumption of B is 1 mole and rate of appearance of C is what? 0.5 and rate also 0.5. Thank you.